Welcome back, it's Jamaica Today. Former national youth footballer Kyle Butler, the brother of star footballer Leon Bailey, took to his Twitter in a shocking allegation against seemingly his father, who runs the Phoenix Football Academy. His youngest son, Kyle, came out saying he has been enduring years of physical and mental abuse at the hands of a man. The tweet from Kyle's account on Twitter started Monday, stating, "I am going to speak the truth." Then minutes later, with another tweet, he wrote, "I've been enduring enough of this abuse and it's time you understand." The 22-year-old Butler, who represents Jamaica at the under-23 level, revealed 2 flesh wounds he received during an attack while training at the Mona High School, adding, "I guess you can pick up the reason." But Kyle Butler was not finished, tweeting, "My mother has been abused mentally and physically by this man for several years." The talented footballer, who played in Belgium and Malta, said he was often absent from school as a child because of this abuse. "I really don't want to put this out in the media, but you should all know the pain and the abuse that I've been enduring since I was about 9 years old." Butler had quit football to venture into music as a producer, but quickly jumped back to football in what some would assume is because of pressures from his dad. Kyle stated, "Whenever I didn't want to play football or do as he says, he would resort to violence," tweeted Butler. "There is a reason for everyone's pain and a reason for everyone's depression. We aren't weak out here no more." He continued by saying, "Anyone that believes him or protests when he goes to the police and lies, or when he goes for his country run, or if anything happens to me, you know who it is," stated Kyle Butler. But in an attempt to clear up the damaging rumors going around, Father Butler, in an interview, stated that his son's injuries were as a result of a fall. He stated that Kyle fell on a stick while at the training compound, but young Kyle refuted those claims. Kyle said that he told his dad that he didn't want to train. Then he went into the car to grab his shoes to walk home, as his dad told him to leave the Jeep in which he traveled. Then his father attempted to grab him by his hair, punched him in the face and head. A tussle ensued, which was parted by another individual who was at the compound. It was at this time his father went back into the car for a knife and proceeded to toss the knife in the direction of Kyle, but with his quick reflex, he was able to partially get out of the knife's aim, which landed in his arm. In a press release, Craig Butler, the father, stated, "I am responding in this way of my son Kyle Butler's allegation of my being physically abusive on the evening of November the 30th, 2020. My heart goes out to my son as he battles with some major issues, and now these unfolding allegations. Let me categorically state that I have not been abusive to my son on that date or any other date. I have encouraged him and helped him to achieve his full potential. I have worked hard to create opportunities for my son, to which he enjoyed for years. There was no complaint then. I am cognizant of the many issues Kyle has gotten himself into and things that my profession and principles would never allow me to be a part of. This has created a major problem in our relationship, as I have stated that this is not the path any parent would hope for their child. I'm hoping that he will find his way and recognize that his family loves him and wants only the best for him. I hope my son will get the chance to show how talented he is and believe in himself as I have always believed in him. I only ask that the public allow us the privacy to work this matter." 9 members of the Euchance Wilson gang will be sentenced on Wednesday after Chief Justice Brian Sykes indicated in the Supreme Court today that more time is needed. Chief Justice Sykes handed down guilty verdicts for the men on October the 13th. The convicted are Euchance Wilson, Fitzroy Scott, Stevenson Bennett, Michael Lamont, Machelle Gilmore, Darren Taylor, Odin Smith, Lentworth Gahagan, and Sheldon Christian. Inspector of the Major Investigation Division, David Harris, gave reports of each convicted person. Probation officers were also summoned to submit social inquiry reports. Chief Justice Sykes explained that both reports will help in the decision-making process for sentencing. The attorney representing the men pleaded to Justice Sykes to give the minimum sentence to their clients. However, Justice Sykes explained that a fair sentence will be handed down based on the actions of the men. Prime Minister Andrew Holness is urging the United Kingdom to reconsider a decision to temporarily reduce its international development aid. The decision was announced by the UK government last Friday, which is as their country is now facing a major budgetary shock caused by the economic fallout from COVID-19. However, Prime Minister Holness says now is not the time to retreat from international commitments. He stated that the decision should be given more consideration, particularly under the current realities being faced due to climate change and the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic. This comes as the UK government, however, will have to borrow up to £400 billion to cover its expenditure in light of an 11% contraction in the country's GDP. Prime Minister Holness, while recognizing the United Kingdom's financial difficulties, stated that it is not the time for the international community to retreat from its agreed commitments, which will have a negative effect on Jamaica and other smaller developing states' ability to manage the economic burden. That's it for the news. Please remember to subscribe to the channel and share the video.